Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
Passing play. Flacco. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Flacco. This is Fant on the short completion. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now Flacco. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Draw play for Brown. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Warren will try the right side. And he'll get this to the 32.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers. Short throw to Smith.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And they're going to get this up to midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
13 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, the Steelers called on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They will toss to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Flacco. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Perine again on 2nd down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To pass, Flacco. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw is Rodgers. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Got his man, it's Warren. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Second and a couple. Throwing is Rodgers. Austin brings in the quick throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals getting set to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
And the Bengals first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bengals.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play action, Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Flacco. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Bengals first down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Flacco will use the arm this time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Flacco looks to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be a third and about 13. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Flacco. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A handoff for Warren. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They work now on 2nd and 9. And right side, they're going to go option here. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Ryan Rico now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
In motion, the tight end. Now run Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On the give, it's Warren. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First down, they go back to P-Ryan. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Flacco. This one complete to Yoshivas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Flacco. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Passing play, Flacco. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They go pass again with Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Flacco. This is Fant on the short completion. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give left side for P. Ryan. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a first down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now it's Flacco. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers now to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 62 yards. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Flacco from the gun. Open man is Yoshivas. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To pass, Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Good move at the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
38-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And out now, here come the Bengals. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's Pirine to begin the drive. A solid stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down and 3. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Flacco. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. They toss it to Warren. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's a screen with Gainwell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Now it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Here's Freiermuth again. And he will have a Steelers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Steelers first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Warren. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Flacco. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Flacco looks to throw.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers going to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught. It's Austin left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Running left, it's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Rodgers now to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Flacco. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Flacco from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Flacco to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 43 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now Rodgers. catch is made by Metcalf. Now he's loose again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, 72 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 38.
Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, Flacco. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. On the return is Williams. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting ready to go back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Austin's got it left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Steelers first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run it. One.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go. 1. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was taken down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bengals 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
looking to put a drive together. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Flacco. This is Fant on the short completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now he's going to step up and run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Setting up to throw, Flacco.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
He connected on his first, this from 41.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked a field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start the drive here with Gainwell. Oh, nice move. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run the counter. It's Warren. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game that we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. The Bengals offense returns to the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They start on the ground with P-Rod. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Wide open receiver complete. He's still on his feet. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. First and goal, Cincinnati.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Breaks a tackle, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Bengals 20.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
A 2-yard gain.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. Flacco.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Flacco.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
14 yards.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To pass, Flacco. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Passing play, Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
T. Higgins out on offense for the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Here's Flacco.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Up the middle, here's Pirine. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This 2nd and 4.
Flacco looks to throw.
This one complete to Yoshivas.
That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Hand off here for Pirine.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here's Flacco. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it inside the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be first.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Samaje Perine taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of it.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
113 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Rodgers. Smith catches left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Rodgers throwing here.
Austin brings in the quick throw.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Running right, this is Gainwell.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Here's 3rd and 10. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Steelers earned the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.